Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, and Happy New Year. So what you just saw right there was the premiere of the Falcon Flyby show, which is something that's going to be really big this year. It's going to be replacing the PA, sort of a fun, new, creative way to give announcements to the students. So yeah, give it up for the broadcast team for putting that up. And if you want to get involved, don't be afraid to contact Mr. Remington. He'll get you hooked up if you want everyone to get involved. So this is honestly a great accomplishment. And speaking of other accomplishments, the athletics have been doing great this year, right? So, for today, the varsity boys and girls basketball are going to be facing DAA, girls at 4 p.m., boys at 5:30 p.m. So come out, varsity boys soccer versus DAA at 4 p.m. and varsity girls soccer versus ASA at 4 p.m. So you better all come out, okay? See you all there. And also, as an away game, the JV girls soccer will be facing ASA, so wish them good luck. And also for upcoming weekend games, Friday, January 16th, JV girls basketball will be at GWA at 9:30 a.m. And Saturday, January 17th, cross country will have a relay event. And it's gonna be right here at ASD, so y'all better be out there at 9 till 11 a.m. So everyone, come watch. Shout out to wrestling and cheer as well, and hope you guys enjoy the assembly.
Gets to you. The noise, the children, the lack of privacy. It's like being trapped in a mental asylum or jail.
Every refugee in the Zatari refugee camp is given 45 liters of wastewater a day. The average American uses 1,135 liters every day.
We escaped the land of the living dead.
Over 50% of refugees are children, the highest percentage in decades.
If refugees formed a country, it would be bigger than Spain or Argentina or Canada.
The little I collect is not enough to live on. We won't be able to carry on like this for much longer.
The hardship of living in a refugee camp has made me psychologically strong.
I'm one of more than 3 million.
We were destitute on the border. They destroyed our houses. They murdered our children.
In Syria, there were bombs and hunger. In Lebanon, there is just hunger.
10.8 million Syrians, about 50% of the population, require humanitarian assistance.
I just want my home back.
For over a year, we moved from village to village, never staying for too long.
800,000 people have fled their homes in terror with just the clothes on their backs.
That day, I started running without knowing where I was heading to. And on my way, I was just crossing dead bodies. And that showed me that anytime, I'll die too.
2014 saw the most refugees since World War II.
We are the nation of the displaced, lost and not forgotten.
I'm the president of GIN, Adam,
I'm Clara.
I'm Tanvi.
and we are the officers of the Global Issues Network. Today, we want to leave the bubble we comfortably live in, the bubble we are safe in, to explore the chaos that surrounds us, the chaos that millions live through. Today is a day for all refugees in the region.
As many of you have probably noticed, today members of GIN have been roaming the hallways with walking posters, aiming to spread awareness about the plight of Middle Eastern refugees. As we all live in the Middle East, this is an issue near and dear to many of our hearts.
NGOs have set up refugee camps throughout afflicted regions, but they still need help to ensure the safety and promotion of the comfort of their wards. Though we cannot currently feel the gravity of the loss that these refugees have been forced to suffer, it is important that we aid them to the best of our abilities. Here is a video that explores the struggles that these refugees face every day.
Conflict and war, persecution, natural disasters, ongoing insecurity. They are the nation of the displaced, forcibly displaced by conflict from their homes. At the end of 2013, they were 51.2 million, the highest number in the post-World War II era. If they were a country, it would be the 26th largest in the world. The Syria crisis is today's largest refugee exodus from a single country. 3 million refugees have been added in just over 3 years, almost all hosted in the neighboring countries. Desperation breeds desperate measures. Desert crossings, flight by boat, anything to escape. In the last 6 months, across the world, thousands have died in sea crossings. Omar dared a crossing to Italy.
اشتريت واحد بيشتري الموت $1,000 بالشخص.
50% of refugees are children, the highest percentage in a decade. Displacement is brutal. Millions of refugees in exile, but many millions more caught in conflict inside their countries. 33.3 million people are internally displaced. Within Syria, 6.5 million have fled their homes and villages, almost a third of the country. In mere weeks, nearly 1 million frightened and desperate people arrived in the Kurdish region of Iraq. In recent days, a new flood. Tens of thousands of Syrian Kurds have streamed across the border into Turkey. Women, children, walking, crying. The old literally carried to safety. But solutions are scarce. In 2013, fewer than 100,000 refugees were resettled to new countries. Returns are at their lowest in 20 years. The tide of misery rises. To stop the flow requires political will. To reverse it requires solidarity, commitment, and leadership. Across the globe, the nation of the displaced is growing.
As many of you may have heard, an unseasonably vicious snowstorm hit eastern Lebanon last week, further exacerbating the already difficult circumstances refugees were living under. Frigid winds, driving rains, and layered snows have hit encampments, collapsing tents, flooding settlements, and leaving refugees exposed to the brutal elements. The child pictured above was caught outside when the storm began, and unable to find his tent, was discovered dead in a snowbank the next morning. A fate that may await many other children if immediate aid is not provided. We as the Global Issues Network have partnered with the UN to help raise funds for their emergency winter appeal and provide this direly needed support.
You may be wondering at this point what you can do to help. By supporting us at Deuce and the Carnival, two of our community's biggest events, you can truly make a difference in the circumstances of these refugees. At the Carnival, we will be showcasing the hard work of our other committees, Gender and Human Rights. Join us at Deuce on the 30th of January to discover what your fate would be were you a refugee and to be immersed in the culture that is so dear to these people.
At Deuce and the Carnival, we will also be selling traditional Syrian desserts to bring back the culture that was greatly lost by conflict. Please come and support our efforts to improve the lives of refugees. Come and support those who are not fortunate enough to sleep in an insulated home under fluffy cotton blankets and an immersive cool pillow. Come support those who are sleeping in freezing temperatures, wearing water-drenched clothing with nothing but a piece of cloth keeping them warm. Come support those who live through experiences that keep them and would keep you up every night. These people may be lost, but they have most certainly not been forgotten. We thank you for your time.